Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back, it's Steve. Today's video is going to be a little different. I am a new channel and I follow a lot of established channels, whether it's in tech or media or video games, and every time I watch them, I enjoy the content and I also think to myself, what does their setup look like? Like, I'm always fascinated with what type of setup these huge channels are using. Not because I think I could afford it, but I'm just always curious and I want to know. So then I thought maybe some of you out there have seen my small channel and kind of wondered what setup I use to record my reaction videos. Because I'm obviously a small growing channel. I don't do this full time. And you might be watching me to try to enjoy my videos, but also wonder how maybe you guys can start making your own videos. And it's really not super expensive. So obviously right now, well, not obviously, but right now I'm shooting this on my iPhone with a small mobile phone gimbal and a Rode Video Micro. So that's what I'm doing right now, but I don't usually shoot my reactions with this. My reaction setup is behind me, no, in front of me. It's right in front of me. So I'm going to flip the camera around and then I'll show you what I use when I shoot my reaction videos. And then I'll link them in the description below. There'll be affiliate links and then we could go from there and you could kind of ask me any questions you have at the end. Hopefully you have some questions. So I'll flip the camera and I'll just show you my simple setup. All right, so now we'll just go through some of the gear that I use when I shoot my day-to-day reaction videos. We'll start over here. Sometimes I'll use a simple little tripod if I want to use my cell phone and, you know, want to set it up to take pictures for my thumbnail. Sometimes I'll just use this, but for the most part, everything is over here. All right, so here is the setup and I'll just point everything out before I get into it. I have my Blue Yeti microphone, my M1 iMac. I have my two LG monitors. I have a Logitech Brio 4K webcam. I have my Sony ZV-E10 camera. I have two Elgato Keylight Airs. Then over here, I have a newer ring light. Sometimes I use that for some backlighting. And then if I use my Rode VideoMic Pro instead of my Blue Yeti, I put it on my boom arm right here. But we'll get into this right now. I always record with my Blue Yeti microphone. I connect the USB into my Mac Mini and then an audio cable directly into my Sony ZV-E10 camera. And that's pretty much what I've been using and I really like how that sounds. I usually have my microphone right here in front of my keyboard and then I sit right here and the microphone is out of sight when I shoot the video, but it still picks up pretty good quality audio. So my Blue Yeti plugged into my M1 and then directly into my Sony ZV-E10. If for whatever chance I'm recording in OBS, which I don't really do anymore, if I'm extremely lazy, I will, then I'll record with my Logitech Brio 4K camera directly into OBS on my Mac, but typically I don't do that. I have two LG monitors, which I only have because I use them for work as well. You don't need two monitors. You're probably good with one, but I'm fortunate enough to have two, so I use two. For lighting, I use my Keylight Airs. I have two, obviously, one there, one here, and those are the two cameras that I use to light my face. And I'm not great with lighting, but I feel like they do a really good job and I never have any problems. Sometimes it's too bright and I have to, you know, adjust it in post-production. But for the most part, it's really not that bad. And then if I want to have a nice backlight, and again, I'm saying this is for when I shoot my reaction videos. I did not buy a ring light only for backlight. I do take pictures as well. So I don't want you to think you have to buy this for one simple reason. I use it for a lot more. But specifically, when I'm shooting my reaction videos and I need backlight, I'll use my newer, this ring light right here. And it's a really nice one. Again, I'll post the link from Amazon in the description. But off the top of my head, I don't have the prices, but I could kind of go through the cost of everything. So I bought this, it came with the webcam. It was, I think, $90 for both. This is around $80, $75 for this mic. A lot of people use it. It's a pretty good mic if you're going to start off with. But if you don't have a budget for it, there are other options out there. My M1 Mac Mini, I think, was $1,000. I think I have like one of the top of the line models, which you don't need. Most people use PCs, but that's what I'm using. I got my two LG monitors. They were on sale when I got them. I believe they were $175 each. Then the ring light, the key lights, that I also bought as a pair. I believe they were like $175 for two. Again, I'll post everything below. And then the Sony ZV-E10 camera, when I got it, was around $700 or $750. And I'm telling you, I'm not a pro at cameras by any means, but I recognize good quality when I see it. Like if I'm watching a video and what they say is true, if you're a professional and you're shooting with shitty equipment, they can make it look good. But if you're an amateur and you shoot with like $5,000 equipment, you could still make it look shitty. I am not a pro by any means, but I think the quality of that camera is amazing, because when I watch my videos back, I think they look awesome, like the video quality. And I'm very hard on my own. Like anything I do, I'm hard on myself. Let's see. I think that might be all that I have right now for this simple setup. So this is my chair. Roll it out. I'll sit down. This is usually what I'm looking at. Sit here. I'll have my microphone right here. And yeah, I look right into the camera, record my videos, and then I'll have, on this monitor, I'll have the show that I'm watching and I'm reacting to it. This monitor, I'll usually have a browser up with some facts like the cast and crew and things like that. When I'm listening to the video, and this isn't great, I usually just use my Beats Studio, I forget what these are called, Beats Studio Buds. That's what I wear when I'm watching the video. And then when I edit in Final Cut Pro, it's not any better. People usually don't suggest this, but I have Beats Studio 3s, and I use these headphones when I'm editing. But you do not need Final Cut Pro. Before I got the free trial to Final Cut Pro, I just used iMovie. Simple. It's free. If you have a Mac, it's worth it. If you have a PC, there are plenty of free softwares out there, I'm sure. But I just simply would use iMovie. But Apple has a free trial of Final Cut Pro, 90 days. So I downloaded it and I've been using it. And there's a lot more features, obviously. And I think there's a way actually when it expires, you just delete it and re-download it and you get the trial again. But I won't know until I actually do it. But there you have it. That is my simple setup for when I do my reaction videos. And again, it's my two monitors, my Blue Yeti microphone, my M1 Mac Mini, my two Keylight Airs, my Logitech Brio webcam if I'm ever using OBS Studio, my Sony ZV-E10 when I'm doing most of my reaction videos, 99% of the time I use that, my newer ring light if I'm going to light the back of me, and the Sony Beats Studio Buds for listening to the show. And then when I edit, I just use my Beats Studio 3s because I had bought them and I don't need two sets of expensive headphones for the most part. And that is my setup. And that's pretty much all the equipment that I use to shoot my reaction videos. Now it's a little bit different when I shoot for my tech channel. I usually use my Sony a7 III and more lenses, but for this particular setup, the Sony ZV-E10 is an amazing camera. And my last few videos I shot in 4K and they look awesome. So Not super expensive, but there are some options there where you could get cheaper like lights or monitors, etc. But all in all, that's pretty much all you need. So if you have any questions about my setup, let me know below, and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on my next video. Peace, guys.